Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're featuring a Hamilton. Now this one's a little bit different really. I don't do that many Hamilton watches. This one I seen, I just thought it looked quite interesting. As I do find every so often you'll be going around, you'll talk about watches. Yes, I am one of those geeky people. You'll be talking about watches to someone and they'll ask to see your watch and they always look at the back of a watch and say, wow. The back looks more interesting than the front. And with this Hamilton, you kind of get the best of both worlds because you can see through to the movement, but it's not a full skeleton dial. As a criticism I see so many people say about skeleton dials is they're incredibly hard to read, where this is a partial one, and I think it does the best of both worlds. But before we talk too much about this, I've got to say a massive thank you to Ryan and the team over at Francis & Gay of Coventry for allowing me to review this watch. I keep saying it, guys, but honestly, so much stock. If you're in the Midlands, honestly, pop in. You'll be amazed. If you're a little bit further afield, check out their website. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. So anyway, let's talk sizes. We've got here a 40mm case size by 11.5mm thick. The lug to lug on this is 47mm and the bracelet size is, what is it, 20mm. Had to remember then. So anyway, this is where it all happens. It does look really quite cool. I love the fact, as you can see straight through this watch. Yeah, straight past the balance, and it is really nice. It's just got the right amount of dial that it makes it legible, but enough of it removed that you can actually see what's going on, and I quite like that. I love the fact that you can see the the balance beating away there. You can see the end stone. You've got part of the keyless works. Can I zoom in on that? Let's see. Can we zoom in on that and see if we can see it moving here? That's the setting lever, and you can see all that moving. That is kind of cool. So anyway, let's zoom back out there. Obviously, you have an intermediate wheel here coming off the off the bridge, and so it just looks really cool. I quite like it. We've got this kind of blue dial going out towards black at the far edges. It would have been nicer, I think, if they could have gave it a little bit more sheen to it. It is a little bit too matte, I feel, but it still looks great. I love where they have cut it out though. They've framed it in this chrome surround, so it just looks quite cool. The actual minute track obviously is full there, and you do have applied markers. Now you do have a little bit of loom on here, as too with these sword style hands there, but don't expect too much. It's not the brightest of looms, to be fair, but it is still nonetheless there, and you do have the Hamilton logo going on here, which is quite nice. Offset to the side makes it a little bit different. But overall, I just think it looks, really quite cool. I like this. I must point out, actually, at the moment, Francis & Gay, I think the retail price RIP on this is about, I think it's 1,035 or 1,065, but they've got it on special offer. I think it's the only one they've got for about £750 or something like that, which to me makes this an absolute bargain. Really is a great watch for that money. So anyway, we come past that. We have a sapphire crystal, ever so slightly domed, really nicely done. I believe there's AR coating on there, and it looks pretty good. So as we come back, the case at least has a bit more, it's a little bit more unusual. You do have these polished areas going on there with brushwork going up onto the lugs there, and it gives it an interesting stance, I think, but you actually got these slight cutouts here. You don't see that on many watches, he says, as I've got a Picquet which has got that on. So anyway, but there you go. It's a lot more expensive. You have these nice chamfers going on. Overall, the case looks pretty nice. The crown is signed and again satinized. It isn't a screw down crown, so you can just manually wind straight off the bat there. To point out though, it does carry 50 meters of water resistance. Now 50 meters is normally pretty good for washing your hands, washing the car, even having a shower, no problem at all. But don't, I wouldn't recommend jumping in a pool with it, but you should be all right, but probably not best to. So as we come past that, on the back we have as you can see, we've got a display case back going on there, and it's just nice. It's actually one of a few times you have a better view from the front than you do the back, because the back of it is quite sterile really, the movement on the back. It's been polished, it's all been pelaged on the front. What would be quite interesting is if you took this off, is it pelaged? Have you got the decoration all the way around? It might have, because there are various models of this in different colours and different cutouts, so I dare say it probably does have. But I do like even the fact you've got the small cutout going on there. That's just really quite cool. So anyway, I digress. I put this on the time grapher, and overall it did reasonably well. It was pulling plus 5 seconds. The H10 movement, which is in this, is a 25 joule movement. It's got a whopping 80 hours of power. They do that by slowing the beat rate down. I think it's 6 beats per minute. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty certain it's 6 beats a minute on this one. And also it has a Nevercrom hairspring, balance spring there, which means it has got a decent amount of anti-magnetic properties as well. So it's all a win-win really. And I say, we come past that, we have this bracelet. Now the bracelet, it is available on a leather strap, but the bracelet is it's not a bad one actually. It is brushed and polished. It's one of these I'd hate to have to redo, because you'd have a nightmare if you wanted to polish that and then brush that. Would be a tad bit awkward, but overall it looks great. It almost looks like it's got a lacquer on there, but I could be wrong, but it kind of feels like it. I'm not sure. It is I think it's a pin and collar system on this, but I'm not 100% certain. The double fold over clasp, let's just hear it. Nice, very solid. So you do have smaller links, so you can adjust it via the links, so it's not too bad. And obviously Hamilton written on there. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. Let me put it on my wrist so you got an idea how it looks. So quick wrist check. I've got my Pekingese Royal Manual, which is simply one of the most gorgeous watches there are. An eagle, I might notice, it's on a Seiko strap, but there you go. Mr. Bob, what do you have on there? Ooh, the Longines Mastercraft there. Absolutely beautiful, very, very pretty watch. So, as I say, I've got a 7¼ inch wrist. So let's try this on, see how it looks. So you've got a bit of space there. I got it straight from Francisco, so I don't know if that's all the links fitted. I presume it is, so you haven't got much leeway. Maybe just about an 8-inch wrist, possibly. But that's it sat there on my wrist. I think it looks great. It's one of those, every time you'd be looking at your watch, you'd be looking at the balance going back and forth. You'd probably look at a watch and then think to yourself, what time was it? Because you'll spend more time actually looking at that balance flying back and forth. But I think it looks really good, and for the price they have it at the moment, I think is an absolute bargain. So anyway, let me know what you think of it in the comments below, and most importantly guys, stay safe up there. Bye.